today we're going to do some work on my wagon. You haven't really been introduced to this yet, so we'll just do a quick intro. So it is a VC Safari. I did pick it up out of Sydney. Pretty solid car. It's had 4 fans in it. Some point in its life. Seal's gone, so we're actually going to do the seal today. But I've done some rust repair already. I've got a couple of videos of those I'll put in after this intro, but they were filmed months ago. So I've already done a pillar. We had a big hole in here. I've done the top of the guard, which isn't on. We also had another hole up here, and I've got to fill this stupid aerial mount. Why anyone punched an aerial mount in there, I don't know, but I've got to fix it. So, plan with this car, it originally came with a 440. Unfortunately, I cannot get the 440 registered. Something about being 6 cubic inches too big for engineering purposes. So in place of the 440, we've gone a 318.
So what's going on with the 318?
318's getting a 4-inch crank in it.
Big boy crank.
Pretty choppy cam, some roller rockers, Edelbrock reformer heads. As you can see, Edelbrock RPM air gap manifold. We're hoping for about 550 horsepower on motor. So should be a pretty lively little family wagon.
For that big family of yours.
I don't have a big family yet. We get 6 in it. That's 6 of us going to a Swapmeet. So it will be the Swapmeet hauler.
Better put a tow bar on it.
Tow bar and roof rack.
Oh.
Real Griswold family vacation. 318's backed by a 727. I had to pump the tunnel a little bit, as much as it pained me, because the tunnel's really nice in this car. I had to open it up to get it in there, but what we're planning on doing here, 727 was required. For diff, I'm actually going to go to AU or EL Falcon Borg Warner. Probably shorten it up a bit and maybe just tub the wagon to the rail once it's registered. Might put a set of Gazzard Brothers rear leafs in it. If they want to sponsor us, we need a set for the ute as well. So 2 full sets, thank you and please. But yeah, I was going to make engine mounts. Like obviously I make my own engine mounts, but because of how compact it is, I can't exactly do it the way I want. So tough mounts it is. Throw a set of those in. I'm actually contemplating whether I buy the, can't remember the brand off the top of my head, extractors that fit this, but they're tri-wires, 2-inch primaries. As you can see, it's very tight down in the steering box. There's meant to be an oil filter down in there as well. So
yeah, meant to be, but
we'll probably go remote mount up off the front leg of the rail. Passenger side, you got a fair bit of room, but yeah, driver's side with the steering box, there's nearly nothing. So car was originally slant 6, manual, column shift. Lucky enough to get a auto column, an auto pedal. So yeah, coming weeks, I really want to get this done for Chrysler's on the Murray with the ute. It is now early September, and I want to finish this up pretty well by Christmas. Everything but having motor built. So I know the motor's going to take ages to get built. So I'm in no rush to get that built, but I'll send it away as soon as possible. But yeah, so we'll hook in, we'll get the seal done today. We're actually going to shoot with a new GoPro mount. Hoon TV on YouTube. It is called the 3-footed monster. So we're really keen to use this today. See how it goes. It's pretty strong. Like, it's hard to get back off. So
Zach just made that look easy because he's super strong.
I'm not super strong, but we're pretty keen to see how that rolls. So big shout out to Hoon TV for that. Alright, let's get into it.
Alrighty, so as you can see, I'm not in Tom's shed tonight. Actually in my shed at my house. So previously in the video you would have seen us go and pick up a bit of a new project and get it into my shed. What we've got is a 1966 VC Valiant wagon. Bought it as a half-finished project, I think you'd call it. It's pretty well a roller and a motor. The motor that's come with it was a 440 big block. Unfortunately, due to national guidelines, vehicle safety bulletins, the motor can't be fitted. It's 6.5 cubic inches too big than the maximum capacity. So at this stage, probably looking to put a 318 in it, either a 727 or a 904 torque flight. But essentially the goal is to get one job done every night. So tonight's goal is to fix up the guard that's on the bench, and we'll take you through that process. So two main bits that I want to fix on here, which is this square here. Looks like it might have been cut for a radio aerial at some point in its life. Obviously pretty hacked out. I might put an aerial back in the car, but probably use a round hole saw, not a file and a drill. The other one, just in this inner guard strip rail, just that small section there. Apart from that, the guard's pretty good. Try and get this paint or this overspray off it. Try and get it back to the same green as the rest of the car. The car itself's actually pretty tidy. Paint's quite nice, might just buff it up. Won't be painting it, so let's get into it. The first thing we're going to do with this guard is just check how much rust is actually in the bottom of the guard here. It's pretty flaky. Just let it build up the dirt. We'll hit it back with a wire brush, see how bad it really is, and see how much of it we actually need to replace. So the bottom of the guard itself's not that bad. A little bit of pitting in it, nothing too major. A little bit more on the outside. So you would have seen that I used a wire brush first. I just like to knock all the loose stuff off before I go in the grinder. Just saves me getting sprayed. So one bit we will probably look at replacing is, we'll have a look at our other guard and see what actually happens in here. If that actually attaches to there. If it does, then we'll make up a new little patch panel for there. But apart from that, I think we'll leave the bottom of the guard, hit this with a rust converter, and the inner guards will be painted black anyway. I'm planning on painting all the inner guard and redoing the engine bay. Alrighty, so what we've done, we've just tacked it in. The gap's okay. It's a little bit big in here, back here. Should be alright for what we're going to do. As you can see, the actual tack material is a different colour. So what I'm actually using is silicon bronze. So pretty well we end up fusing it in, so it's more like oxy welding instead of cheeking it in with heaps of heat, putting a heap of heat in the panel and warping it. So, alrighty, I'll dress this up. So as you can see, a little bit of a low spot here, a little bit of a low spot there. We'll just try and move the metal around a little bit, build it up, and then I'll weld it. Alrighty, so last night we got this top section done. Sort of file finished. It's not 100% great. Might give it a skim of bog. I got a painter mate who's going to do some blow-ins for us. GoPro ran flat last night, that's why I didn't see that process. But it's good enough for the pub cruiser. Okay, so next job is the top of this inner guard here. So what we'll do is we'll drill out the spot weld, this one here as well, cut down the inside of the spot welds across the top here, and hopefully just peel it off. Just makes it easy to join across this corner, across the flats here. Shouldn't suck up or pull too much, so it shouldn't be as much dressing as the top of the guard had. At the end of the day, this is an inner guard. I just want to get rid of the holes. It's nothing super important. Alright, let's start doing that. Alrighty, so what we've done, just did it with a wire wheel. What I'm going to spray it with is, come over here, so weld through primer, copper. So anywhere that there's going to be like a lap joint, I'd like to use this stuff to protect both surfaces. Lap joints are renowned for rust, as essentially what's happened here. So spray both the panel or the guard as well as the patch that we're about to make. Okay, so as you can see, patch panel's made. Its fitment's pretty good. Copper prime bottom side of the panel itself. Got it held in with Clecos. They're an automotive panel rivet. They just use a 3/16 hole. Very easy to patch back up once you're done. Really good when you're by yourself, just to hold little pieces in place. Alrighty, so we've got it all tacked in there now, sanded off. It's pretty flat, so obviously it was really hard to cut back in here. So what we've done, sort of laid a 1mm disc up on its side. Same over here. Gap's reasonably good. We're corner to corner along here, so should be pretty easy to weld in from here. Just gonna use silicon bronze on a TIG. We're down around 40 amp. 35-40 amp, so that bit should be more than sufficient. Alright, I'll bring you back once we've welded it. Alrighty, so all done on the top of the guard here. Just gave it a quick coat of zinc based primer. Sure we'll take it off once we blow in the colour on the guards. Plan is to paint the engine bay, so I'll probably paint that top edge there anyway. We'll see how we go. So moving on to the next job. Alrighty, so as we can see, a little bit of rust here, bottom of the A-pillar, and there's a little bit in the top here of the A-pillar as well. Probably also going to patch this hole here. Actually, I have no idea why it's there, because the seatbelt bolt's actually here, so I have no idea what they've put through here. It might have been an aerial, who knows. We'll probably end up patching that up anyway. I don't really like it there. Just another place for water to get in. So we'll start with this one here. I'll just mark out a little template just with paper, the standard scissors. Then we'll transfer it to steel and cut it out.